Hey guys, welcome back to Nikke. In today's video, they just put out some developer notes with some really promising info. So I wanted to go through this now. They did post it on their website. You can find it through their socials and stuff like that. But because this website I can't zoom in on, I've just gone ahead and copy pasted it into a Google Doc. So it's a bit easier to read and you guys can see it on the screen. We're going to go through it, but TLDR, it's just about bug fixes and all the things that they're looking to fix in both this update and also in early December, and things they're looking to do moving forward. And honestly, it's a hell of a lot. It's more than I expected them to say that they will be trying to fix. It includes things like the power scaling difficulty. They basically specify that you shouldn't lose that much when you fall 1 point below. So I don't think it's going to be a removal of that system, but I think it's going to be a flattening out of that system. So it's not so like staggered. We don't know, but that's my anticipation. A bunch of other bug fixes, we'll go through all of them in this one, but there's a hell of a lot of stuff that they're looking at, which is just really good to see this type of post. So this gets me a bit excited. So we've got the director of Goddess of Victory, Nikke. First of all, thanks to all you commanders for your love and support. Since the game's launch, we have received a lot of feedback about in-game bugs and issues players have been encountering. We really appreciate this feedback as it will help us make improvements and deliver an improved gameplay experience. Also, sorry for my voice. I'm losing my voice for some reason. Really sucks. We acknowledge that you want to see fixes implemented as soon as possible, and we are working hard to make them happen. While we cannot provide a full timetable for all fixes, our very first step in achieving that is to publish the issues we expect to fix from the end of November to the beginning of December in today's developer notes. So all of these things they put that we're about to go through, they hope to fix by like early December, by like basically, I'd say the next patch, which will be the December patch. So let's go in. The following will be resolved by the end of November. The issue where the notification appears just the day-by-day event. It always has a red dot, so they'll fix that. Several display issues, such as the character registered in the synchro devices level being displayed as level 1. I don't think I've ever noticed that. I've probably seen it, but just ignored it. The issue where the effect of enhanced critical damage of Maiden Skill 2 is not applied. I didn't even know that wasn't applying, but hopefully they do mention critical rate, but they don't mention the damage formula in this one. So hopefully the damage formula where they can make criticals viable, maybe in a future update, but we'll have to wait and see. It's not mentioned in here, but obviously skill not working sucks. Incorrect skill description for several other characters. Interesting to see how this works. For instance, like I use Polly and it says provides a shield to all allies, but it only provides a shield to her, but then all allies get her attack buff. I don't know if that's a description error or what that is, so we'll have to wait and see. The issue where Rapture's core does not take any damage when it's attacked. I've never seen the core not take damage, so not too sure on that one. The issue where occasionally the error message failed to sync combat information pops up. We've all had that a few times. Many commanders have pointed out the free gem in gift packs is not distinct enough, so they'll make it more distinct, I guess. So yeah, that's cool beans. Furthermore, during the early December, we will roll out the fixes on the following. The issue where the notification does not disappear even when there are no available rewards in the infrastructure core. The issue where the notification is not displayed properly in the simulation room, lost sector, harmony cube, recycling room, etc. Improvements will also be made to the battle portion of the game. The issue where critical rate is negative in certain situations. So that's when I say they address critical rate, but they don't address the damage formula specifically in this one to do with, you know, critical damage being additive to the other effects, not multiplicative at the end of it. So we'll have to wait and see if crit does become viable and they just put it in. The issue where the screen shaking option and max frame rate affect the interactions with the core, which results in final damage dealt. Basically the screen shake option, if you have it on, the shaking actually makes you miss the core, the weak point of the enemy that does extra damage. If you turn it off, you just get more consistent, accurate fire. So that's one. So the screen shake just trips me out anyway, so I'm not too stressed on that one. I'll just leave it off. In addition, we will also fix issues related to combat mechanisms or skill errors. The issue where the charge rate of characters that use charge weapons affects the skill effect. So this is like Haran easy example, that's what most people abuse, is if you hold her fully charged and then use her burst skill, it's going to get the 250% damage increase that charging gives. So there's that one, which obviously that's a bug, so it's fine to get fixed. The issue where Vesti's skill damage is 1, and the problem that some characters' attract effects cannot be activated. So Vesti obviously getting some viability because she just does no damage, although the ability doesn't really do much damage on the first time, but once you ramp up Vesti, it can do I think it's like a 700-800% damage, which isn't too bad. And obviously the attract, we're looking at Ludmilla and stuff like that, where her taunt doesn't work at the moment. Many gameplay issues will be resolved as well. Like I said, there's a lot in here. The issue where the game crashes when players enter Harmony Cube under certain circumstances. I've got that issue at the moment in my game where if I go into the Harmony Cube, it just crashes and I can't actually go into the Harmony Cube, although I can still go into characters to shift them, so it doesn't really stress me too much. The issue where some buffs in the simulation room that should take effect randomly have a 100% chance of taking effect. The issue where Tyrant class Raptures would stop moving in certain situations. I believe that's to do with the way people are manipulating the S intercept with the frame rate and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's what that's referring to, but I'd say so because that's a pretty big issue that's people sort of cheating the system with. The issue where the actual waiting time of outpost defense is longer than the time recorded and the given reward. I didn't even know that was a thing, so that's good that that's fixed. To provide commanders with a better gaming experience, we will also reduce the difficulty of the game so that players will not face a sharp decline in character stats in cases where the combat power is only different by 1. We are carefully testing and making sure this adjustment will not increase the difficulty of certain stages. So this is the big one. So making the game easier, I'm not too sure how easier they'll make it, but I think it's I think at base it'll be the same. If you're above power, but then it's the penalties you get will be less. I don't know if they'll remove those penalties. If they remove the penalties completely, I feel like we'll fly through stages and we'll get to half the power of the enemy at least, or probably even less. That's the way these games normally work. But honestly, however they do it, as long as they've acknowledged it, that it's not a fun mechanic where you've got such large increments of stat nerfing, I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to see this one go in. Honestly, this is a hard one for them to balance now that the game's launched as well, because people have progressed. So when you change things like this, it could make big impacts. So mad props to them for actually addressing this and saying they're going to fix it. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't perfect when the fix went in place. So, I think we've just got to give a bit of leeway, but I'm rapt to see that this is happening and keen to see how they implement the fix and what the implementation is. Moving on from that, the anti-cheat feature will be enhanced and the sanctions for hackers will be strengthened. We will continue to monitor unfair behavior such as hacking and take any necessary steps to improve the anti-cheat measures. Cool beans. Furthermore, issues such as players being unable to obtain rewards like lost relics will be fixed throughout December. I didn't even know that was a thing. If you discover your rewards are missing during gameplay, please contact the service center. And then I think we're into the summary here. We would like to take this opportunity to apologize to all of you for the issues that you have encountered since launch and reiterate our determination to resolve any future problems you may experience. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you identify any other bugs, and we will do our best to provide fixes as soon as possible. We will need to test and verify the problem before we take any actions. As such, we would like to ask for your kind understanding and patience, since it might take some time for our customer support to respond. In addition, the bug fixes mentioned in the developer notes, we are continuously solving any problems found in the game. The specific bug fixes will be confirmed in the official announcement during the update release, which we'll get in the morning when the update goes live, in the morning for me anyway. It is your ongoing love and support that drives us to do our best to create a game that can live up to your expectations and be enjoyed by you, our commanders, for a long time to come. Thank you. Cool beans. So honestly, like I said, pretty big patch notes. The big one for me, like I said, is still this one. This is the huge one. Also fixing some characters, making taunts work and stuff like that. That's the other big one. The sniper one, you know, it means some people won't be able to abuse it, but you know, at least it's fixing the game. But like I said, there's a lot in there. Really glad to see them actually doing this and committing to it. And like I said, I'm so keen to see the way the scaling goes once they implement it. Hopefully I can clear through like 6 chapters and get a bunch of summons, but don't think it's going to happen. We'll wait and see how it pans out. But anyway, guys, just keeping you updated. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.